모시모시.
Hello, and welcome back to my journey throughout Japan. Today we're going to Osaka, and I took the Shinkansen from Tokyo to Osaka Station, and I almost missed my train because I thought somebody stole my ring. So that was a very fun experience, so I didn't have any time to have breakfast, so that was the first thing I grabbed when I arrived at Osaka Station. And it was the first time I tried these egg sandwiches because everybody has been raving about these on social media. And I think it was good, but it was definitely not as good as it was hyped on social media. And I also grabbed an onigiri for some more food because honestly, just one of either of them doesn't fill me up. And I have to say there were some older men staring at me while I was having my lunch. So that made me a bit uncomfortable. Then I made my way to my accommodation to drop off my stuff. This is my new room. I finally have one to myself. And I immediately went outside to explore Osaka, and I was lucky enough to have my accommodation right like 5 minutes away from the main streets. And it was so hot that day. I don't know why I chose to wear my jeans. I guess I wore it to not feel the sweat dripping down my body, which was not the smartest idea. And I was also super tired, so the first thing I knew I wanted to get was a coffee. And at this point I didn't try the machines yet, but this coffee was actually so disappointing. It tastes like cheap convenience store ice coffee. Let's hope this will wake me up. It literally tasted like sugary water with some like you know those like milky water sugar with like a hint of coffee kind of drinks. That's basically what it was. And another thing I found very interesting was all the shops on the street leading to Dotonbori were either like DVD places, if you know what I mean, figurine or like collection stores, or like very cute maid cafes or cafes. And at this point I don't know what went wrong, but I accidentally pressed something on my camera, so the setting is kind of weird, but I do think it kind of fits the vibe of Osaka quite well. So just so you know, this was not on purpose. And for my very nutritious second meal, I was feeling ice cream and melon pan, so that's what I got. And this is apparently a very famous store for that. And do you see this portion of ice cream? This is the only amount of ice cream I accept on any occasion. It was so good. So I enjoyed that while roaming the streets of Osaka and just walking around. I heard that America Street had some really good vintage stores, and that's kind of one of the main things I was so excited about in Japan, like the vintage stores. They had the same stuff as everywhere else in Japan, I feel like. But Osaka also had some really cool, unique stores, which I really appreciated. And because my eSIM wasn't working for some reason, I went to Quiote because they do have free Wi-Fi that is quite good. And this was actually the coolest store I've been to in all of Japan. It was very organized. It was huge. Like, they had literally everything. They also had a big selection of a lot of plushies, but I'm not the biggest fan, so I didn't get any. But they were also playing this super creepy Hello Kitty theme the whole time. So that's kind of ingrained in my brain now. And in my opinion, Dotonbori hits so differently during the nighttime. The vibes were immaculate during the nighttime. It was so pretty, especially. I also took some pictures of myself because I was so unlucky until that point. Whenever people took pictures of me, they turned out. I don't know how people at this point in time cannot have decent photo skills. So I started just taking the pictures myself, and even though I wasn't too hungry, I didn't want to repeat what I did last year in New York, so I decided to head over to Kura Sushi because in the back of my mind I knew that there was one somewhere in Osaka on the main street, and because everybody has been raving about it and I wanted to go somewhere that also had vegetarian and vegan options. And the wait was actually not too crazy, and I was luckily not too hungry either. I think I waited about like 20-25 minutes, and it was super cool. I had my own booth, but you'll see everything else in a second. Okay, what should we choose? Ooh, this sounds really good. And you have all of the sauces and the chopsticks in here. Ooh. I ordered so much. It's exactly what I needed today. Okay, I'm a little bit nervous about this one. It is natto and yam, and I haven't really tried yam yet, except for some dipping sauces, and I'm not the biggest fan of natto, but I need something very healthy, so They also had fried stuff and soups and some other dishes, which was really cool and was super affordable. Like, I ate around like 15 plates of sushi and I didn't pay a lot of money. Good morning. I'm currently getting ready while waiting for my laundry because I really had to wash some of my tops because I was kind of expecting to find more clothes here, but I didn't, and now I have to clean the ones I have because I'll be sweating balls every day and I just can't rewear anything without washing it because it's just so hot. And today we're gonna grab some breakfast from the convenience store actually, because I'm really feeling that I'm dying of hunger already, don't get me wrong, but I just want to make use of it and I'm feeling like it. And then we're gonna go to Osaka Castle, and then I have some other ideas of what I might want to do, but I don't know yet what I'm gonna do. But we're definitely also going to Nara later for the Lantern Festival, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. My face is still so puffy. I am thinking about trying another smoothie because I really like this one, but this one looks really good as well. And so does this one, or this one. I don't know. Also thinking about either getting this one or this one. This looks really good as well. It's like a little bread with red bean paste. Maybe one of these. Yum! So I finally made my way to Osaka Castle and I was so excited to finally see it because it looked so pretty on pictures, and the whole area in front of the castle was actually super modern and they had a lot of cafes and restaurants where you could just relax before and afterwards. But of course I brought my own food and I enjoyed my little brunch, very refreshing, with the amazing view of the Osaka Castle. It's so hot and humid and melting. Okay, that was kind of underwhelming, not gonna lie. It was very pretty, but I kind of feel like it looks prettier on pictures, if you know what I mean. I don't know if anybody was there before, tell me what you think, but it was very nice, very open. It was very touristy. There were so many like tourists there. I didn't know what to do, like as the souvenir shops. I even sat around for like half an hour thinking about what to do, but I wanted to go to Nara anyways, Nara, because there's these mochi and it's supposed to be very pretty there. And there's also the light festival, like the Lantern Festival tonight. It starts at 7 and it's currently almost 2. So I do have some time to kill because it will take me around like 45 minutes from here. It is definitely worth coming. I feel like if you plan like 1 hour, that's more than enough to like enjoy and take in all the views. I did really like the area though. I'm on my way to Lara now. Very excited to see what it looks like. I might run into some deer probably, even though I'm not really looking forward to that too much. I don't know if you can tell, but today I'm like extra, I don't know, extra tired, extra like slow kind of. And I don't feel my best, but that's probably because I'm about to be on my period. I'm swollen, I'm low energy, I'm always hungry. Not the best time to travel, but we're making the best of it. And my train is about to arrive. Yay! Let's go to Nara! Somebody tell me why I just spent probably like 8 euros on peaches. But I thought being here I should also have some fresh fruit. It's currently raining a little bit. And as we say in Germany, das ist nicht, was man sich kauft, das gönnt man sich. Okay, let's dig in. Oh, that just went into my nose. It's super juicy. Wow. Well, that was probably the juiciest peach I'll ever have. Now, I ate my first momo, and I will keep walking, even though it's slightly raining a little bit, but I don't care. Let's go have some mochi, or even some real lunch, because you can barely call this a meal. This was basically just water and fructose sugar. Ooh, it's raining quite a lot. After my little snack, I made my way up towards the mochi place, and there was actually a very cute like market right next to it. I walked around there and I saw a lot of like amazing looking cafes and restaurants, so if you're in the mood for something bigger, there's definitely a huge variety of amazing looking stuff right there. Another quick snack before we get to the famous mochi, which I'm standing right next to. What I also didn't say earlier, I think, is I took a fat nap on that train, and so did everybody else. It was a nappy train. Thank you. Arigato. Okay, I'm at the famous shop right now. Itadakimasu. Yeah. After my little Starbucks trip, I decided to head up to where the light festival was supposed to take place. To be honest, this was one of the moments where the gratitude just hit me in the face. It was so zen and serene there. I almost couldn't believe that this was real. I had such a good feeling in Nara. I was actually so close to the deer, and everything around Nara was just so pretty and breathtaking. I can't put it into words. It was actually one of my favorite places all around. And one thing I noticed is that if you show the deer your empty hands, they will just leave you alone. Like if they start running after you, just show them your empty hands and they will stop following you. While I was checking out the deer, I met a really nice girl from China. She showed me around this temple, which I would have never visited if it wasn't for her. And we just kept walking around and talking for the rest of the evening. She also took some pictures and videos of me. It was very, very cute. I really appreciated this whole interaction. The whole evening was very wholesome. And I'm glad I wasn't alone, actually. I also wanted to go to this temple because on pictures I saw that there were some boat rides during the Lantern Festival, but they didn't take place, so I was kind of really sad about that. But the rest of the festival actually made my anime summer festival dreams come true. It was so beautiful, it was such good vibes and so much good food. But after grabbing a quick snack, it was already time to head back home to Osaka. Hello, I'm back in Osaka, and the restaurant I wanted to go to for okonomiyaki is closed. Okay, apparently #1 bestseller, but which one looks the best? And I don't know what happened. I think maybe it was the peach, but there was some kind of weird thing happening with my skin on my chin. I don't know what happened there. It was red, itchy, and irritated. It was really weird. The top is kind of like a cheesecake, almost. And this is just so creamy, syrupy, and caramelly. I can see why it's the #1 dessert. Well, good morning. I am packed and ready to go. Osaka has been like I imagined it, in some ways better, in some ways just very different from what I expected. But yeah, I'm very excited to go off to Kyoto now. I almost forgot that I wanted to have this, and now I have a whole cheesecake that I'm not even feeling like having for myself. And again, I spend a lot of money on a little snack, but that's fine. We're gonna look for the Shinkansen now and go to Kyoto. Woo! And also, I'm so bloated today. I feel amazing.